Guys, let's talk, okay? Hold on. I need to get my talking music. Guys, can we talk? Can we talk for a second? Just for 2 seconds, okay? Can we have a talk for a moment? I've been playing Nago for all week, okay? And I'm not one of these, listen, I'm not one of these clout chasers, okay? I'm not one of these day one impressions, okay? Because I'm lazy, all right? So I waited an entire week. The patch has been out for almost a week, and I would like to give my impressions on Nago, all right? Real talk. Honestly, really, I think he's the best character in the game. I had to say it. I think he's the best character in the game, hands down. If it's not him, it's Ram, okay? That's just how he's broken. He's broken. There's no two ways about it. He is dumb. And I mean, like, really dumb, okay? He's so dumb. But let's talk about why he's dumb. So what were the changes? All right? The changes to Nago specifically were as follows. Fireball now like negates neutral, right? They removed neutral. Okay? The neutral no longer exists when this button's out on the screen, okay? This is just not neutral is just not okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, they made it faster. They made it go through every fireball in the game, okay? Like every fireball in the game, except for supers. Like, every one. And also, freaking... It has, like bounce properties. Like, you can actually combo off of it now. Like, properly. Which makes for some very interesting confirms like this, right? So you can now do stuff like this. Like, if you don't know, I actually had this thing where I would do, like, that stuff, right? Like, I was showing off the close slash 6K. Before, you had to do stuff like this, and it didn't really work, right? See, it kind of whipped. Now, like, you circumvent that problem. Now, you know, your combo's not as good. You kind of have to do this, right? So this is a combo. But the fact that's an option, like, you can legit do stuff like this. You can, like, jab, 5K, shadow form. You were barely able to, like, from this distance, this would whiff. Say you wanted to cash out. Then now you actually can cash out. That costs a bar and a half, though. That's true. That's true. But we're going to get to that, all right? We're going to get to the cost later, because that is an important thing you just mentioned. Next, the next point is, the next change they made is this joint, right? So they changed how this thing works, right? So now it hits twice. You can actually, like, trigger it to hit twice. And this is great in so many ways. The first way is you can actually conserve blood, right? Now, of course, if you add higher blood or whatever, you can better, but what the fuck, right? You can now conserve your blood. I'm bad, okay? Look, I'm bad at making up with combos on the fly. But you see what I'm saying. You get what I mean. You can combo off of it in situations without having to do like this all the time, right? So before, you always had to do this. Now you don't always have to do that. For example, I actually frame trapped somebody just now, just just today during a match. I did this. What was it? I did this. And I had more blood than that, but like that's mad strong because you don't use as much blood, right? You don't have to spend it on Fukio, and you don't have to, like, always spend it on Fukio, because before you used to always have to spend it on Fukio if you ever wanted to get a confirm or to stay safe, because it was like -12 or something like that. Something like that. Secondly, you have another frame trap, right? Another frame trap option, which Because, for whatever reason, Arcsys was like, it's gonna do a big fat counter. A big fat counter. And this goes into /rekka. /rekka was buffed last patch. If any, look at my blood right now. Where is it? It's gone. I didn't spend anything. I didn't spend a gosh darn thing, bro. It's so funny, like how little Nago uses in his combos because of /rekka. Because of the addition of /rekka, these changes would not be nearly as significant if it wasn't for the patch before. Because now Nago doesn't spend blood. He doesn't spend it. I'll show you an example. So this is something that that I posted on Twitter, which is this frame trap, right? So if any of you guys remember, this is a very common frame trap for Nago, right? Doing the Beyblade into the uppercut, right? Very, very common. Before, this is what you would get. And if you were like, you know, optimized, you would get that. And that's it. That was all you would really get, right? What is that? 167? 167 damage? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of damage. But now, because you don't have to commit to the Fukio follow-up after, you get this now. This is like, this is new. That's your new combo. It looks goofy as heck, but it's optimal. And look at how much damage it did. It did 219 damage. And look at my blood gauge. Where's my blood gauge, guys? Can you spot the blood gauge? Can you spot the blood in my gauge, bro? Can you spot it? Because I don't. I sure as heck don't see it. Like, hello? Hello? Where's the blood, guys? Can you find the blood? Because now he can optimize his confirms better, right? In the corner, he can do things like this. If you're high on blood, you can go more aggressive still, because even if you are high on blood, say you have one special move left, right? Say you have only one special move. What is that, 5? 5. Right? You don't want to do, because if you do this in a Fukio, you're going to pop, bro. Right? So you don't want to freaking do that in a Fukio. You want to be a bit conservative, okay? So, now, you can be conservative. I dropped the combo, but you get the idea. You can be conservative. And that gives Nago a whole lot more options to remain safe. And the combos that he gets is super rewarding because of the /slash buff. I'm talking about /slash too much, but if it wasn't for that, these changes would not be nearly as significant. Next, what else did he get? Okay, this is a universal change. We're going to go into universal changes now, because those were the only two things that, he really got, I think. Yeah. Now for the universal changes. The universal changes were as follows. All 6Ps now kind of pop people up more, right? And what does this mean for Nago? That means he can get this much more consistently. That means he can get this much more consistent. Well, on counter hit. This is way more consistent. Before, this was not consistent. Now you can do stuff like this much more consistently. Right? That's pretty big. Even in the corner, like, if you do, like, jab, jab, that, because the opponent, like, kind of, like, pops up more on 6Ps, you can get combos out of 6P more. Which is great, because before, Nago used to not really... You didn't really want... Even on counter hit, right? Even if you got this on counter hit, you didn't really want to do this because it was very finicky. Like, super finicky. It was so weird, so finicky. Like, because before 6P used to just drag them down. Now the universal changes, it pops them up, which is great. So Nago can now actually get a very high reward off his 6Ps. Huge, pretty huge. The other universal change was that all jump normals have this counter hit state, right? All jump normals, I don't know if it's all jump normals or like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, all jump normals have this counter hit state, right? So you see that? And what this gives Nago, and this is honestly, if above all else, even if they didn't add like the clone and the The other thing, this I think is one of his biggest changes, period. Like, top 2 biggest changes for Naga. Number 1 would probably be the DP. That one's huge. But number 2 is this. Because there would be many times where you would jump, like, in this direction and not get anything off this, right? So before, you used to not be able to do anything, right? It would be like a regular counter hit. And if you were lucky and very fast, right, you could do something like this. Whoops. You can, and it doesn't even combo, right? Like you can't do anything after that. Before, I used to jump over fireballs and just do this, right? Because that's all I used to get off of those. But now you can freaking yeet. You get bar/rekka. And class, what have we learned about bar/rekka so far? What have we learned? Show me your notes. Bust out your notebooks. What do we talk about bar/rekka already? Okay? What do we talk about it? What do we know about bar/rekka? What do we know? I'm looking for feedback. We've talked about this. Blood doesn't exist. There you go. There you go, okay? I want to give you a gold mother flipping star, Snappy Snad, Senad. I want to give you a gold star, okay? It recovers so much blood gauge. Dude, if you guys were not around for the previous patch and need to be caught up to speed, the last hit of the rekka recovers as much as 2 of these. As much as 2 of those, okay? That's so dumb. Like, look, to put it into perspective, right? I think I did too many. No, perfect. To put into perspective, this is like max blood right now. If I get this hit, look at how insane this is. If I get this hit with my normals already elongated, look at how much I recovered. Holy garbanzo beans, bro. I can play the game now. Look, my long normals now can do counter hit. I get bar/rekka. I can now play the game. I'm back to 1 bar. Like, what? Hello? Video game? Like, video game? What the heck, dude? That's so good. That's so good. So, yeah. That, I think, is the biggest change. Those were the changes that they made to Nago. And now, like, the thing is that in the previous patch, in terms of opinion on strength, in the previous patch, I already thought he was top 2, right? Top 2 in the game. Number 1 was Leo, number 2 was Nago, number 3 was Soul. I already felt that way because against characters like Soul, against characters like, I don't remember who else they changed, he can now, like, play neutral against better, right? Like, Soul, what is it? This move used to be so disjointed, or not disjointed, but he would never be able to do this before. So now the fact that he can actually, like, do this in neutral against Soul, I already thought he was strong. I already thought he was stronger than Soul because Soul is honestly one of the only characters holding him back. Now, against, like, some problematic matchups, honestly, specifically for me, because people were saying that Nago beat Leo before, which I can agree with, right? I just had a hard time with the matchup, right? But now you have characters like Leo who want to do this because that's like what they're used to, and it doesn't matter where the frick you are. I don't care. I don't care about your fireballs, bro. You can charge fireballs all you want, right? You can charge it all you want. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. I didn't even talk about this change to the fireball. Because it's so fast, you can actually do stuff like this, right? And look at my blood. Look at it. Observe. It's gone. Wow, look at that vanishing trick, bro. Like, it's gone. I can punish slow fireballs for free and get my blood back if I combo into /. Like, what? Like, if we're here, right? All I have to do is walk up a little bit. There we go. Micro walk. Get my blood back. Just give it back, bro. Like, just give it back. Like, just give it back. As a Nago main, I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. He needs more buff, to be honest. He should be able to input buff or reversal super on any block. and he needs to do invincibility frames, or he needs his DP to have invincibility frames. I agree. I agree. That would totally not be broken and stupid. And he should be able to Fukyo from it on block. I agree. Completely, wholeheartedly agree. Oh my gosh, dude.